Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about the deferral tax or payroll holiday tax that Trump pushed through the executive order. And here's a news article from Federal News Network, mostly talking about federal employees, but this can be affected to you because this isn't only for federal employees. So what is the deferral tax holiday um, tax savings for you? Well, actually, it's not a savings. Um, so what's happening is if you make $4,000 or less every 2 weeks, you could possibly be a part of the tax deferral holiday plan. So what they plan on doing is deferring you paying the Social Security taxes, which I think equals out to 6.2 or 6.3%. Not paying it for September. It's either going to be your first pay of this month or towards the end, but I don't think it's be any later than the first pay of the next. They're going to defer it for September, October, November, December. But what's the catch? Well, next year's Social Security taxes you're paying into, instead of paying 6%, I'm just rounding it down to 6%, you're paying it back. So you're going to pay back 12%. Well, 12.4, 12.6%. Surprise! All this is because of the election, buying more votes. Trump says if he gets voted in, that he'll make it permanent. But to my understanding, it still has to go through Congress, and it's all approval process. And the president just can't outright eliminate the Social Security tax itself. If he was to do it, he would have already done so. Just like the Obama health care plan, he said he's going to eliminate it. Guess what? Still here. Yep. He hasn't eliminated it yet. He's chiseled away at it, but the problem is going through, like I said, Congress, Senate, and getting approvals. And this article goes into it, stating that because this is mostly concentrated on the federal side, that many employees don't understand it, and they're not aware that they actually have to pay it back, and it's only until now some of those federal employees are being made aware about it, and they actually want to be able to opt out, and they can't. So they're getting a nice tax hike next year. On the private sector side, it's up to your company. So the onus is actually coming on the company itself. The president is encouraging the private sector to do this, but they're saying the private sector company is going to be responsible for paying the money back. Pretty much putting the onus on the company to be able to collect the taxes from you to pay back the federal government. I know Walmart said they're going to do this. I don't know if any other companies have spoken outright, but I don't really see a benefit for a company to do this. I see this as more overhead, more overhead on your accounting group, and might have to even hire additional people to keep track of this. So I don't think it's be very popular on the private sector side. But like I said, if you're a federal employee and you fit that criteria, you don't have a choice as of right now. You can't opt out. And as I was saying before, Trump was saying that he's going to make it permanent. Now let's just say he does. How does that help anybody? I mean, I know there's people, youngsters especially today, are saying, why am I paying Social Security and it's going to go bankrupt? Well, the problem is if we let Social Security go bankrupt, and if he did stop paying it, it would go bankrupt even quicker, because right now they're saying anywhere from 2032 to 2028 to 2032, that the actual Social Security trust fund will be depleted. They're saying by 2032 that they're only going to be able to pay 75 cents on the dollar. And that is actually, that's from the IRS. You can go on their website and it'll tell you that. The problem is, a lot of people don't understand this. Technology and learning stuff online like YouTube is still brand new when it comes to how long it's been around. Yeah, it might have been around, what? YouTube's been around for a while, but the actual educational content has not been around that long for society to catch up. I mean, the youngsters have a great opportunity to be able to take advantage of this. But what I'm talking about is the boomers who are already retired or close to retiring. They can't catch up to be able to supplement losing retirement. I mean, because that's what's going to happen. They're going to get paid less. And don't forget, you still have to, not only you have to supplement that, you're going to have supplement your medical expenses. Just because you get Social Security and Medicare, I think it's Medicare, is for Social Security health benefits. You still have to pay into it now. Now think about those individuals having to get little to no money, and then they have to go off and buy their own health insurance. You're going to have to, if you think homelessness now is bad, wait till that happens. And my generation, they're not prepared for something like that. I mean, we've been told in our mid-years to prepare for it, but my generation is not prepared for it. And if you looked at the statistical data, 85% of Americans are one paycheck away from pretty much bankruptcy, losing their house. Does that sound like America is ready to get rid of Social Security completely? The days of, I believe, I think we could still maybe save somewhat. You'd have to cut things down, but I don't think we can get rid of Social Security in its current format the way President Trump wants to do it. It'd cause chaos. It wouldn't be from the youngsters, but it'd be from the older generations, because it's going to cause a lot of people to become homeless. And in fact, what's going to have to happen, is if they did get rid of it, then there have to be other programs like Social Security and everything else is going to, not Social Security, welfare programs like SNAP, WIC, and all that is going to have to be able to absorb all those individuals into that program, or there'll have to be another program called something else to be able to support these individuals. It's just not going to be able to happen. I mean, how do you fix it? I don't know, because I think we're kind of like, just like the debt. Now, I brought up videos, my current videos and old videos before I moved from YouTube about the U.S. debt. We were past the point of no return now. The only thing we are concentrating on is paying the interest, and that is it. The debt is never going to go away. But Trump also has an agenda, in my opinion. He wants to get rid of the tax for the rich, just like he did for the tax cuts. Yes, everybody got to save a little bit of tax money, maybe 2 to 3%, but look at the Jeff Bezos and Warren Buffett. They're not paying anything, and I already did a video on this. I'm not going to go over it again. But just think, there's another thing now. They don't have to help towards society. And now that makes them come not only tens of billions, to be hundreds of billion or trillionaires. In the meantime, more and more people are going to become homeless. But that's another story for another day. But what do you guys think about this, the tax deferral? Like I said, it's not for you. It's just for political campaign. And you're going to have to pay it back. If you're in a boat right now, whether you're in the private or public sector, you do not have the option to opt out of this plan. Well, thank you very much for watching this video. If you have any comments, leave them below. And if you wish to receive future content such as this, please click the subscribe button. And as always, thank you very much for taking your time to watch this video. Have a wonderful day.